Cheers. Yummy, yummy. Nothing like canned coffee.
Good morning from Lock 13 here on the Trent Severn Waterway. I just got up about an hour ago and I'm getting myself together and making myself a little bit of breakfast and having a cup of coffee. Even though I'm here in town and about 1.5 kilometers down the road there's a Tim Hortons. I thought about just getting up and packing up and heading out without breakfast, but you know, there's something to be said about, you know, setting up your stove and boiling up a little bit of water and having some camp coffee and a little bit of oatmeal. As you can see, it's gone. Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish my coffee here and pack up my tent. The fly is a little bit wet, so that's the other reason why I decided to stick around a little bit, let it dry out a little bit. The plan is to get to Lindsay today. And that's the final destination before I meet up with Dean Berard, and looking forward to that. It's been a while. We've been communicating for years online, been watching his videos. I'm not sure if he watches mine, but he's much more prolific and he's been doing this for a much longer period of time. So, but as I mentioned probably a number of times before, we had threatened to get together for tours a number of times, and it just never worked out. So when the opportunity came to meet up and do the Hasty Highlander together, I thought, you know, why not? Let's do this. So I'm going to finish up here shortly and get on the road, maybe grab maybe a bit of a second breakfast in town, something to go, probably at McDonalds or Tim Hortons, and then hit the road, or as it is, hit the trail, because I did this ride in May, early May, end of April, early May, as a shakedown ride for the Lands End to John O'Groats ride that I did in the video that perhaps you've already seen. And the trails from here to Lindsay are beautiful. They're in lovely shape the whole way. You know, can't say more about them. They're just so nice, and I'm looking forward to that today. And then it's the Hasty Highlander with Dean, and we'll start that tomorrow morning. Anyways, but today, heading to Lindsay, but first I got to get myself packed up here. All right, we'll see you down the road. Yeah, just one more thing. So a lot of people canoe along the Trent Severn Waterway, and when you do that, you have the option of, as in through canoeing, like, you know, end to end, or covering large distances and camping at the locks. It's nice that they allow boaters, hikers, and cyclists to camp at the locks, but not car campers. Otherwise, this place would be flooded with people, especially this is Saturday morning, so I'm sure there would be tents all over the place, cars parked all over the place, kids and people running around, all kinds of stuff, but no, it's none of that. Just bikers, hikers, and boaters can camp here. And it's only $5 a night. But as a canoeist, you have the option of either taking the locks through, so you know, go through the regular lock experience, and you have to pay for that. Forget what it is, something per linear foot or whatever. Or you can portage around the lock, and we canoed the Rideau Canal from Kingston to Ottawa. I would say it's about 7 or 8 years ago, and we did a lot of portaging around the locks because, number one, it's expensive, and number two, it usually takes longer to lock through than it does to portage, because you have to wait for boats to arrive, you have to wait for the locks to fill up, the doors to open, and you get in there and the whole business. So it takes quite a while, unless you're lucky and they're just closing the doors as you're arriving at the lock, and then they'll hurry you in, and so that can work out. But usually portaging is quicker, and it's free. But so here at Lock 13, I'm just looking around and I'm thinking, you know, where would you portage? Because it's quite high. You can see here, it's quite high. So there's quite the drop. So the option is to just get out of the canoe over here. You can see beyond just the last lock here, and then portage your stuff around. You can do it around down the road and then down the embankment and then to that landing way down there. All right. Or if you want, you can portage from here right along this pathway to this staircase. And I found it really interesting and amusing that they've got a portage sign here at the top of this staircase. And I'm just thinking, with a huge pack on or canoe on my back or both, I thought it would be quite treacherous to try and navigate your way down this steep staircase. And it is quite long. They've got handrails here, so that's okay. I suppose you can, hold the canoe with one hand and hold the handrail with the other. But it's so steep too that the canoe would have to be angled at the same angle as the stairway, and that would put a tremendous amount of pressure from the yoke, the back of your neck. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people have done it. That's why they've got the sign here. But I don't know. This looks kind of crazy to me. I think I'd rather just take the long way all the way around on the road and down the embankment to that area there. Anyways, that's that. I just wanted to share that with you. Yep. Okay. So time to get packed up and time to head out to Lindsay. See you down the road. All right. Last minute check. And I'm off. I think I'll stop in Campbellford. Well, I'm technically in Campbellford, but the town center is about 2 kilometers away, maybe 1.5 kilometers. And I think I'll stop. I'll grab another coffee, maybe something a little more substantial that will give me some sustenance for the trail ahead, and maybe even grab a little something to go. Purple house. Where's that pink? I don't know. If my wife was here, she'd set me straight. Or so she thinks. Yep, you guessed it. We're doing McDonald's this morning. Alright, well, looks like there's another bicycle tourist here. Alright. So I'm here at the McDonald's in Campbellford and just had myself a little bit of breakfast, some coffee, and hey, I met another bike packer or a bike tourer. His name is Shaun. So here you go. Hey, Shaun.
Everybody, met Ryan Hart here at Mickey D's, getting something good to eat. I'm an old school rider, no tech. Use the sky, use the clouds, use the rain, use the sun, talk to people, use libraries, and I'm riding an old school Bianchi. I suited it up, put a few dollars into this guy, got him road ready, and then here I am, and I'm going to continue on the rail trails.
Fantastic. That's awesome. That's great. Look at and check out the bike, man. BT Twin. Yeah, Raleigh frame bag, got the classic Ortlieb panniers. It's all good, but Shaun's carrying a backpack too. Wow.
Shaun sometimes straps his backpack onto the back here, and it's off.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, that's great, man. So listen, good to meet you, man.
Yeah.
And have a great trails. Have happy trails, safe trails.
You too.
All that. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Keep riding, everybody.
Take care. See you up the road. Okay. Oh, this looks like quite the route. Just coming out of Campbellford here, and yeah, I gotta walk the bike because I'm not riding this. No, this is just a little too rough. Oops, just a little bit too rough. This is right out of Campbellford. I should have known this was going to be the case, because as you enter the area or the road, it says no exit. So I know that there's an easier route to Hastings, and but we're not here because it's easy. And my camera's starting to flop all over the place. And this is where that little Little hike-a-bike out of Campbellford has taken me. It looks like I've got some down here and pavement, so I don't know. But I guess I better get used to it because, like Matt Cady says, it's not these routes are never the most straightforward, shortest routes between 2 points, but it tries to make it as challenging as possible. Otherwise, I just have the surly disc trucker out here. Just cycling along here on the Hasty Highlander route between Campbellford and Hastings, and I'm just looking up and I can see that there is a platform up there for, I'm thinking, an osprey or maybe an eagle, I don't know. As you can see, there's lots of roughage up there, so there was a nest up there at one time, but you can also see that there's some plants growing up out of the nest there, so which may be indicative of the fact that, or the possibility that that nest hasn't been used for a while. There certainly aren't any birds around, flying around. Usually you see at least one of them up there, but anyways, kind of neat. And also, so this is an intersection with a rail trail. However, there is a information piece posted on the map for the Hasty Highlander route, indicating that this trail here is certainly part of the route, but that a lot of people that have taken this route have indicated that it gets pretty chopped up and rough the further along you go. So, as an alternate into Hastings, and it'll probably get me into Hastings sooner, I'm just going to continue along these concession roads. Love to take this route, but I'd hate to be stuck all the way back there and then have to find my way to another concession road, and it's going to just take more time. Dean said that he's going to be in Lindsay probably around noon today, and it's 11:45 right now. I'm not even close, so I probably won't get there until around dinner time, so I don't want to waste any more time than I need to. But I want to have fun along the way at the same time. But I think I'm going to give this rail trail here a miss, even though it actually doesn't look too bad at this point, but I know from experience that it may not look bad now, but get a kilometer or two in and it can get quite nasty. So we're going to give it a miss, and we're just going to take concession roads into Hastings. All right, and we'll see you up the road. We are back in Hastings. I say back in Hastings because I rode through here 2 or 3 months ago, end of April, beginning of May. It's part of the Land's End to John O'Groat's Shakedown ride. Let's see if I can stop somewhere here to grab a coffee. Here we go. This is the Bridgewater Cafe, and this is where I stopped last time. So this time I'll probably just stop for maybe a little bit of pastry, and some pastry, maybe another cup of coffee quickly, and then I'll head out. So here we are, Bridgewater Cafe, right where I stopped last year, 3 months ago. Anyways, for a pizza pocket, but not that today. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. See you later. supposed to be making a left turn, and according to the map, I'm supposed to go down this little trail here. This little walkway and train bridge to trail. I don't know. Do I want to go down that? I don't know. Can I get to it some other way? Yeah, looks like... yeah, you know what? Hey, what the heck? Let's go down and do this. So this is looking pretty... I'm in the right spot? Yeah, I'm in the right spot. So this is a hike-a-bike, but it's a hike-a-bike down. Kind of memories of Fleecer Ridge on the GDMBR. But, anyways, I think just have to get down to this point. And then ride through. I think this only goes for probably maybe 100 meters, maybe less. We'll see. Anyways, let's check it out. There we go. Yep. Awesome. Okay, whoops. I don't think a lot of people walk through here. Otherwise, I don't think anybody or many people walk through there, because otherwise I think it would be cut back, but you never know. Whoops. Okay, hold on here. Look. All good. Here we go. Oh, and right back up. Oh, now, what is this? Oh God. Oh, this is awful. Okay. Wow. Oh. How am I going to get through there? Oh. Something tells me that this probably wasn't a good thing to do, but this is an incidence of where not having panniers would be a good idea, because you got to stand so far back on the bike in order to get momentum and power behind the bike, and the panniers are right there, and they get in the way. Like literally, you can't move it any further back because the pannier's there. Anyways, let's have a look, see where we came down. That was a relatively short but really complicated little section to come through. But we're done. We are done that. And like I said, this is the rail trail that I'm going down. So we will see you down the trail. When I look at the Hasty Highlander map, I can see that the route comes off of this trail as you're coming out of Hastings, and it kind of goes back and forth along, I guess, gravel roads. I'm not sure why I would want to do that. This rail trail is quite nice. It's gravelly. It's very nice in the summertime because, they're much closer to the trees than the road is, and provides nice shade. It's flat. So, as much as I like to stay true to roots, knowing this section as I do, certainly of the rail trail, I'm just going to stay on the rail trail. And, it was a pleasant ride into and through Peterborough, and then out the other side, continues through Omemee and into Lindsay. So, unless the route, I don't know if the Hasty Highlander route covers this rail trail all the way into Lindsay, but I don't see why it shouldn't. And going back to the start of my little yammer here, the route that takes you off of this rail trail at this point eventually connects up with the rail trail and goes through Peterborough. So yeah, so I'm sticking to this. Hi guys. All right. I wonder if they're doing the same route. Only the other way around. Because as the route creator mentioned in his the information piece on the website, that's in fact the direction that this route was meant to be ridden. But that's okay. We're going the other way. Just a little further down the trail from Hastings, and yeah, came by this intersection, and hey, looky, another I'm gonna say osprey nest platform. Looks a little more well developed, but again, like the last one, you can see that there's a plant or plants growing up out of that nest. So I don't know again if that means that it's not used, hasn't been used for a while or not, but that's the way it is. So just thought I'd show that to you. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Ole, 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 whoa. Up and down, holy smokes. Wow. Well, actually, that was fun. Usually washboard is rough, but the pitches and heaves in there were so well spaced apart and smooth. That was fun. I almost want to go back and do that again. Hi there. Hello. That guy didn't look too happy. Oh, on your left. Coming up on your left. It's okay. All good. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, coming up on your left. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. I think I've got some level here. All right. Okay, back at it. So, you and me, are in Lindsay. So this is the Victoria Rail Trail going through Lindsay. Yes, there's a town all around us, and but you never know it because this is such a lovely green space. So I am pretty close to the hotel where Dean is, so I'm just going to stop and pick up a couple of things, and then I will be there probably right around beer o'clock, which should be perfect timing because one of the things I'm going to pick up is a nice cold beer. Here we go. You can just see how lovely it is here. And I think I better check Google Maps to make sure I haven't overshot my exit point here. But that's lovely. It's beautiful. That's the Scugog River. All right. Anyways, oh, this is kind of cool here too. Yeah. Oh, and we're coming up to a nice bridge. On your left. Thank you. Nice people out for an afternoon stroll. Let's check out where I am. Hi there. Hello. Good. Nice fellow. All right. And this bridge was closed when I came through here in the spring. And I can see why, because I think they put in a brand new bridge. This is very nice. This is lovely. You can see the scenery on either side. And I better put this back on my handlebar and make sure I don't hit one of these things. Okay. And that's that, and I think I'm going this way. Okay. We are in the Ramada Hotel here in Lindsay, Ontario, and we're going to room 114. I'm just going to take the whole bike in there. So let's see how this works. 14. Dean, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Man, good to meet you.
You too, man.
All right, yeah. All right.